guys, and welcome to another video. In this video, we'll look at this magazine that I got in the mail from Harney and Sons Master Tea Blenders. I order all of my tea from them, so I figured we can take a look at their magazine as well. John Harney was the founder of the firm, and this is the intro here. So here they're explaining their ratings. So basically 3 attributes is what you can find in every tea description. And the rating of 0 means that the tea has none of the characteristic, and 5 indicates that it's a primary characteristic. So briskness, here's briskness is one of those characteristics, and it refers to the tea's ability to make your mouth pucker, also known as astringency. Another one is body right here, and that refers to whether or not a tea feels thick in the mouth, or light, such as white tea. As you know, white teas are quite expensive and also very light to taste. And then next one is aroma, which refers to whether or not tea has a pleasant smell, often the most prized attribute of tea. So each of these characteristics could be found on the description of the teas. So we'll be able to see that in most of those teas. Raspberry Mojito rocks is Mojito is rumored to have been the medicinal brew of Cuban adventurers some 500 years ago, and they have the separate tea, and it's light and luscious, a marvelous mingling. Okay, that's just not gonna work. Okay, let's try this again. A marvelous mingling of sweet fruits, rum, and a hint of mint. That sounds delicious. Alright, briskness 2, body 2, and aroma 4. So it's gonna smell really nice. And it's available in loose, starting at $8.50. Alright, next one is here there's just basically describing how to brew different types of teas. So for example, white tea, that's the one that I mentioned, is one of the most expensive. It is minimally processed, and because it's expensive because it's the world's rarest. Hand plucked, unopened buds brew up into a subtle blend of sweetness and vegetal flavors. The best white teas are from Fujian province in China and Sri Lanka. Then the green teas, the ancient teas, produced both in China and Japan, and So and you see the difference. There's some difference in brewing temperatures. For example, both white and green teas need to be brewed for 3 minutes in 175 Fahrenheit. So, and using a timer ensures your tea is not too strong, right? So that's important. And some Japanese green teas also taste delicious in cooler temperatures, 140 or even cold brewed. On the other hand, matcha tea is a powdered green tea, and that type of tea is brewed in 160 to 170 degrees Fahrenheit water and whisked until frothy. So some of these things you probably didn't know, and honestly neither did I. So then there's oolong tea, which is partially oxidized. It's kind of between green and black. And so for lighter green oolongs stay on the lower temperature side, and then for darker we can increase the water temperature. So steep both types for 3-4 minutes and then remove tea bag or sachet. And then there is black tea, which is a full-bodied tea from China, from Assam, India, and black teas are withered, rolled, and fully oxidized in an oven fired, which creates many warm and toasty flavors. So those teas need to be brewed at 212 degrees Fahrenheit for 5 minutes. Again, you can see how different it is. And here they're summarizing in a brief table how long and what kind of temperature. And then there is herbal tea, which should be brewed around 212 for 5 minutes, so the same as a black tea. And so that's how you do it. Okay, let's take a look at the next page. For Mike Harney, it's always time to taste tea. And here on this page, they list a whole bunch of different teas: amber, lemongrass, Capri, Lishan oolong, and they describe it based on those 3 characteristics. Let's find the one that is most aromatic, and besides the one we looked at on the first page. Looks like aroma. This is these 2, actually 3. And this one are the most aromatic on this page. So this Lishan oolong, which is considered to be the best, one of the best oolong teas in the world, and it comes from Taiwan's highest mountain areas. And briskness, it's not very brisk. It has pretty decent body, and aroma is at a 4. It's pretty expensive, $35 for loose, and I'm not sure this is for a for $35 will get you what size. It could be ounce, it could be more than that. And the next one is Matsuda's Sencha, $45, even more expensive. And this is Japanese Sencha. Looks like it has a little bit brisker than oolong, and this has the same body and aroma. And the third one is Top Tai Kwan Yin. I think I pronounced it well. This one is the more expensive, $54. And And this one has 1 briskness, 3 body, and 4 aroma. Alright. There's some others that are cheaper, like $7.50 or $8.50. So it really depends on what you're looking for. Okay, there's some other teas. And these are, let's see, we can recommend these teas that are atmospheric, sensual, and frankly romantic blends that will awaken your senses, enhance your mood, and tickle your fancy. Alright, so let's look. All of them are very aromatic, as you can see. Almost every single one has a 3, well, actually every one has a 3 or 4 aroma. And yeah, my cat definitely agrees with that. Okay, chocolate chai supreme, imagine that. 3 on briskness, 3 on body, and 3 on aroma. Only $9. And last year's readers chose this 2019's Tea of the Year. So I tried one of their chocolate teas and it was good. It really did taste like chocolate. Nothing sugary or anything like that, but it had this very sensual chocolate taste, smell, aroma, because I can't even say that it tasted like chocolate, but it was very, very aromatic. So Paris, then there is organic passion plum, which is 1 briskness, 1 aroma, and 1 body and 3 aroma. So this one, you'll enjoy its aroma of plum with the spiciness of cinnamon, passion fruit, orange, and hibiscus. A tea to get your passions flowing. Valentine's Day, that one, it has chocolate black tea blend with lovely pink rosebuds. That sounds interesting. And Victorian London Fog, that one has, let's see, oh, it's an Earl Grey tea that's served with steamed milk. You know, I never thought that I would like tea with milk like many English people like, but I can tell you that it is quite fabulous. And when you have very strong tea and that pleasant touch of milk or cream or a milk substitute like oat milk or almond milk, it's just delicious. But this one it's a medium twisted black tea and oolong tea blended with natural flavors, bergamot oil, interesting, lavender and vanilla. Okay, that sounds like a very unique tea, to say the least. And then wedding tea, I actually tried that one. It was okay. I wasn't a big fan of it, but it has, let's see, what does it have? Lemon, vanilla to taste. It's a white tea, very light in body, definitely, and a very slight briskness. The touch of pink rosebuds and petals. You can't really taste rosebuds or anything rosy really in that tea. It is very light and perfect for summer, so and definitely great to drink it alone without any additions or like milk or any other. And then we discussed Paris. And Paris is a fruity black tea and with vanilla, caramel, and lemony bergamot. So I think what I don't like about some of the teas when they add vanilla, I just don't like vanilla too much. So those teas are not my preference. And then there's some teas with CBD. Apparently, I have never tried them, and not really a big fan of it. But if that's something you are interested in, you could certainly try any of these. The age of superherbs. Well, I gotta tell you, everything is super nowadays, so I tend to just not pay attention to what is superfood considered today, because one day is one, another is another, and so definitely not one of those things that I pay attention to. But if you do, you can certainly look at these teas. Avocado leaves. So it's a soothing herbal infusion. And let's see. Unique taste, aroma, and starts at $15. Then there is a butterly pea flower, $29. And that one is from Thailand. People love the bright blue color, yeah. And the fact that it changes color to a nice purple color with some acid like lemon juice. In fact, if you use lemon juice in black tea, it also reacts with it and it becomes lighter in color. Ginger powder. I love ginger. Actually, I ordered their ginger tea, and I believe it's ginger licorice. Very little licorice, but very delicious and very unique. And then there is chaga mushroom, and it contains numerous benefits, apparently, like boosting immunity. And it comes wild grown in Canada, and you just whisk together 1 teaspoon and 8 ounces of water to create this suspension, so it kind of like matcha tea. At $50 is the beginning of the price, and again, I'm not really sure what this price, how much of tea you will get. Then there is soa tea roasted buckwheat. Buckwheat is actually quite delicious as a substitute to quinoa or anything like that. In some former Soviet Union countries, it was used quite a bit because it's relatively inexpensive and has lots of protein. So check it out if you've never tried it. You just boil it and add butter or whatever you want to add. It's delicious. And then there is turmeric powder, starting at $24. Again, it sounds like you can just add it to your regular tea, or you drink it separately. And so, let's see, find your own path. Again, this is CBD, different types of, there's some lotions and bath bowls. They never really sold these different, at least I've never seen this company selling any kind of bath and body products, but I guess they're switching to that as well, expanding their product lines. A time when best friends agree. These are the best sellers. Dragon Pearl Jasmine, English Breakfast, Earl Grey Supreme, Hot Cinnamon Spice, Paris, which we looked at, a Victorian London Fog, Japanese Essentia, Peppermint Herbal. I actually bought this one and it's delicious and very good. It has this tingly taste that you would anticipate with peppermint. It's quite delicious. I tried their jasmine tea as well, but not this type. some kind of a different type because it doesn't look like this tea. Alright, some articles here in this magazine as well, and then time for tasting. So here's they list a whole bunch of teas, Japanese I can drink, so it's black tea. Alright. And some of them are more expensive than others. Spring tea time. And here's a green gulo at $52. It's quite expensive. And then there are others that like Chunmei, $7.25. They also come and they also sell their teas loose and in different sachets. Some of them are biodegradable, others are not. They sell them in silk sachets, and some of them come in loose or in different packets. In these tin packaging. Gong Fu style drinking oolongs. So you can see just from this variety what they listed, how many oolongs they have. It's one of the companies that offers great variety. Again, you can get something for $8 or $7.50, all the way to $54. It really depends on where it was grown, whether it's organic or not. So many factors. They have some other items, as you can see. Peanut butter, interesting. Okay, from the British Isles. And again, so there's some like organic breakfast tea versus non-organic. Again, price difference there. Kitchen when matcha matches your mood. A whole bunch of matcha teas. They have a buckwheat matcha, tencha, white peach matcha, and very berry matcha. And the aroma range is really from 2 to 4. And so is the price. Look at that, $50. And could be even $10, like white peach matcha. Really depends on what they're making it from. And look at that, organic everyday matcha, $69. Briskness is 4, body 4, and aroma 2. I would love to try that one day. Alright, anytime, anywhere, Japanese, green teas, and again, a whole variety from bancha, which is $7.50 to something like this one, Heavenly Gyukuro, I'm not sure how to pronounce this, and it's $110. That's quite incredible. But I guess if you like tea, you can afford, so you can spend the money, why not? Tea and empathy, white teas, these are the ones that are more expensive. And there's some fruit teas as well. I'm not a big fan of fruit teas, but sometimes it's nice. Goji berry fruit tea, orange passion fruit tea, mango fruit tea, peach, strawberry kiwi fruit tea, and blood orange fruit tea. And then there is other teas like jasmine. So I think I bought organic jasmine right here, and I really like it. It certainly has lots of body for sure. But there's just the jasmine alone, you can have different types of flavors and origins. inside Paul Harney's tea cabinet. Earl Grey's right here, and they have also decaf like this one. Typical Earl Grey or Earl Grey Imperial right here. So if you're a fan of that. Okay, afternoons are made for this. Amber thighs tea, I think that's how you pronounce it. And there's some Uva Highlands. Again, some prices are very, very low. But look at this briskness 4, body 4, and aroma 4. Now imagine the explosion of different flavors in your mouth when you taste that. I'm looking forward to trying this one. And they have decaf teas, a whole bunch of them. Peaches and ginger, sencha, vanilla Komoro, decaf Ceylon tea, Himalayan Mountain High and Darjeeling, also very rare teas. Well, not very, but they're more of higher grade teas. Assam teas. Okay. And then there is green teas, and I tried this one. I can't say I was a big fan of it. I don't know, just I love coconut, but for some reason I didn't like its flavor, and together with this green tea really didn't give me too much of a it probably had a little bit too much acidity for me. And then I also tried blueberry green, I believe. That one I really like because it has very pronounced blueberry flavor. And this is another one that I tried, is organic green with ginkgo and citrus. Very pleasant flavor, very nice. Okay. Just me for you, and you for me alone. And that's just a whole bunch of other teas. I'm not really sure what this whole thing about. Chocolate mint, some people might like this. Earl Grey Supreme. So some of them repeat based on the theme. Blackcurrant, that's an interesting one. I can imagine the aroma of this tea. And here's, oh, interesting, look at that. That is how you can use tea in recipes. Earl Grey tea loaf. And there it has currants, golden raisins, orange zest, Earl Grey hot tea, self-raising flour, I'm not really sure what that is, brown sugar, egg, butter. Oh, that's very interesting. Matcha tea cupcakes. Okay. And these are different blends. Golden blend, Harsha, orange pekoe. Interesting, like this one, for example, is a blend of strong Assam and smooth liquoring Ceylon. And 1% for the Planet member. So they support the following organizations right here, which is a good thing. So they work toward protection of the environment, 1% at the time. Okay. Time to harvest the herbs, and these are herbal teas. Never tried bamboo tea. $7. We've seen this one already. Some of them again repeat. French super blue lavender, olive leaves. That's an interesting one. Let's see. Spiced plum herbal tea. Lemon verbena. Yellow and brew. I tried that one. It's chamomile, lavender, and corn flowers mixed together. And this is the one that I was referring to, ginger liquors. So it's sweet and spicy. That's exactly the right description. You don't even need sugar for that. Okay. Teas of North and South America. Yerba mate. Yerba, I think it's, and that's how you pronounce yerba mate or mate. But it became very popular. Splendid teas from surprising places. Paris herbal, pumpkin spice. It's very relevant to the season. Significant people earn signature teas. These are blends, but I'm not sure who these people are actually. And look, like this one, named after the mother of 3 of Harney grandchildren and the wife of Mike Harney, Brigitte's blend. So that's kind of interesting. They name teas in their blends after people. Ice Ice Baby. Oh, these are iced teas. Blueberry. Green. Right here. You can serve it cold. And classics, HT blends. Okay. Tea bags. Well, that is the magazine. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. If you are interested in ordering from the Harney and Sons, they do have their website somewhere here. Well, you can Google their name. And yeah. So I certainly enjoy them, and that's where I buy my teas, but by no means it's an advertisement or anything like that. So you can, if you find something more interesting or another tea maker or tea blender, please share with the rest of us as well. I certainly like to explore new flavors and new tastes. So, in the meantime, I wish you a very good day or night, and I hope you are kind to yourself and also to one another. Goodbye, and I will see you